Hello and welcome back to my channel. This month I have a lot to get done, so we're just gonna keep it real nice and chill, just do some sketching at my desk and chat and have a good time. Let's get into it. All right, here is my sketchbook. It is sketchbook number 9 that I started in January. I've filled it up quite a bit at this point. You've probably seen some of these before. Let's get to the first blank page. I always keep an extra page in here because I'm left-handed and so a lot of times when I'm drawing and stuff I could get smudgy, and so I always have a page to just rest my hand on, or in some cases like this one I had it beneath so that the marker didn't bleed through to the other side. Anyway, it's just handy to have. Also, because I'm left-handed, I tend to sketch from the right to the left and top to bottom, so I'll usually start sketching here and then move around. So like on this page, this was the first sketch that I did, and then the second, third, and so on. So for today's sketching, I'm going to be working on my themed drawings. I always do themed drawings the month before. So for June, I drew them out in May. In May, I drew them in April, and so on. So it is currently June, and I'll be posting these in July. And so for the month of July, the theme is summer camp. So whenever I do these kinds of tasks and drawings, I like to kind of brainstorm first and list out items, like literally write out the ideas that I'm having, images that could be associated with that. What do I think of when I think of summer camp? Well, I think of campfire, definitely cabins. It's not quite summer camp, but I think of like the Boy Scout, Girl Scout vibes, like patches and stuff. Just like activities. I went to a summer camp once and I did ceramics, so I always associate it with that. I guess like hiking, water sports, swimming in general, for sure. Okay, I've listed out a few more things, kind of canoeing, forest, little woodland creatures. And now it's time to get into the actual sketching. So I'm thinking I definitely want to keep this month's drawings really simple. So I might want to avoid people, or at least people in a realistic sense. Again, we could do like something just really cutesy and cartoony. I'm kind of thinking I might go with a woodland creatures vibe and just like stick to animals and like, oh, if this animal was going to summer camp, like what activity would they do? Or what uniform would they wear? So I want to run with that and just see where that takes us. So the first woodland creature I think of is like a squirrel. What does a squirrel look like? They have big cheeks, right? But like, do they always? They've got little ears. Oh no, oh no. You know what? We might need to bring out the reference sketch for this. They've got those big round legs and big fluffy tail. I mean, that's vaguely squirrel-like, right? I think when sketching and drawing kind of humanized animals, I always find it helpful to draw the actual creature first, and then you can kind of play around with the stylization of it. I have no idea what their paws look like, but that's okay, because we're already kind of stylizing this, so. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, and I think we could go even less squirrely with the body and the actual one, but he's cute. So a squirrel, what would a squirrel want to do at summer camp? I think of squirrels as like high energy, so maybe like kind of chatty, maybe they would be on like the drama team. I don't know if everyone in summer camps has like a drama team, but mine definitely did. Again, the one time I went. So maybe it could be over here, and maybe they could have a little uniform, and oh, they could wear little vests. Or maybe it's not a drama team. Maybe he's just chatting with people, maybe telling stories around the campfire, so we could have a little little stick with a marshmallow. That's cute. Again, I might have to actually look up what squirrel's feet look like, but that feels squirrelish. Camera on the fire. The question is then, who would be with him at the fire? Because I feel like it's kind of lonely for him to be there by himself. So what's a different, like, chatty animal? Maybe like a bird. Could have its wings out. It's telling a story. And they'll have a hat too, of course. We've all got the hat. I hate this hat. We will figure this out. Hold on. Well, either way, that's the idea. And I should really emphasize, like, right now, these are just very rough sketches. Chances are we won't even really finalize them today. Maybe I can toss them into the video, but these are really just sketches to kind of brainstorm and figure out what I want to do. And I figured you guys might be interested in coming along for that. I think I should have him sitting down. Like, we could have him on logs or something. Of course, then maybe his knees should be bent and not just straight up like that, but, you know, it's fine. Anyway, when I'm sketching like this, I'm honestly not really worried about it looking perfect. I'm just trying to get the idea out there and maybe push certain things. Like, I know if I made this a final, I hate this face situation. Sometimes I even make notes in the sketching, like change face, or if I feel like it's just got kind of warped, then I might put arrows like bring this wing out or something. So I know when I do the final that those are changes that I want to make. And so I might put like here, like put the feet down. I could just erase it and do it again, but I'm just trying in this part to get ideas out quickly and see what I like, see what I don't like, and go from there. Maybe if they had like a patch on the vest, or like, yeah, that's kind of cute, like little pins. I like that. So they can be together. Of course, he doesn't have a s'more, but right. Let's go on to the next page. I tend to fill up about one sketchbook a year. I always have the goal of filling more than that, but it just never really happens. I think because I do so much of my drawing digitally. I like using my sketchbook. I think it comes pretty naturally to me, but because it's not where I'm doing a lot of my finished work, it's not always very pretty what I put in here, that's for sure. But also, it's just not where the majority of my work happens. My planning phase can happen here, but not a lot of finished pieces. When I practice, I do a lot of that in my physical sketchbook, but I only do practice really, like intentionally, specifically practice when I have time for that, and that is not often. I actually made like a whole video where I was like trying to do digital sketching more instead of sketching in my sketchbook to see if it would feel really different. So you can definitely check that out if you're interested. Okay, the next thing I was thinking was maybe a canoe, which I am realizing I don't really know what a canoe looks like either. And I was thinking I could have a character in the canoe, and then I like the idea of a little fish guy, a little fish friend popping out of the water. And he's also a camper, but you know, he just stays in the water. And he's saying hello to whoever is in the boat, and he's got his own little hat, of course. They all do. He's got the uniform, you know, he's ready. And he could have his little fin out of the water. He's just chilling. I like that a lot, actually. He's super cute. Let's see, who would be in the boat? We don't have a ton of space here anymore. But let's just draw our little deer here. And maybe we'll have the head kind of turned. Maybe he took the hat off. At least the deer did for now, because he's wearing the flower crown that his friend made him. But he can still be wearing the vest. I guess the question stands then of like, what direction should this vest be? Then you could have a little hedgehog, and kind of a massive hedgehog actually, if we're thinking to scale here, wearing his own little hat, of course. Oh my goodness, I love this one so much. That's kind of the fun thing about drawing. It's like you get to make all these little creatures and characters, and they really just feel like they come to life, and you feel like you are just so responsible for their existence. It just feels so nice. It's probably my favorite thing about drawing. Just, I don't know, it's just fun. Like, that sounds so cliche and basic, but I just love getting to create these things from my head and feel this like ownership over them, and like a sense of pride even, but more so it's just like, oh, that's so cute, I made that, you know, like I have this idea and like I get to bring it to life. Do you guys like the summer? Obviously, as a kid, I loved it. It was like my favorite season. And it still is pretty great, but I think I'm liking it less as I get older just because of the heat. Like, I don't know. I feel like I could handle that better when I was younger, but now I just feel miserable. And so I'm a lot less interested in it. Also, of course, there's not the joy of summer vacations in the same way that there was as a kid. Like, you know, I still have to work and stuff, that nothing really changes in the summer other than I have to do it and it's 90 degrees. So, yeah, I don't know. I think now I probably like spring or fall better, you know, those kind of midway, kind of more temperate seasons. There are still great things about summer though. I think my favorite thing is how long it stays light out and how warm it is at night. Like, the heat during the day, awful, but the heat at night, it has this kind of magical quality to it, in my opinion, where, you know, you could go out at 10 o'clock at night and like the sun is still setting and the air is just warm. You can go on a long walk. I love going on long walks at night in the summer. Plus, I feel like there's just a lot more going on in like the community, and I don't know, people just get out more. So that's kind of cool. Okay, I think that's idea number 3 done. Let's do one more, and then I think we're going to call it a day. I really need to get a new phone stand for recording. It's like so in the way, and it's really loose. Like, it definitely fell earlier while I was sketching, and it's just terrible. So I need to get a new one. Okay. Last one. Let's see. What do we want to do? Let's think of maybe another activity or another animal. Other animals that we haven't done. I do think like a bear could be cute. It's a very woodland creature. Maybe a turtle. That's kind of cute. Maybe for this one, they can just be like out hanging out, like in the sun. Maybe they have sunglasses on, or playing with a beach ball. Let's see about a turtle. Question is, how do you draw a turtle like standing up and it doesn't look super weird? Oh, it looks like he's reaching to be lifted up. He still has to have his vest on, of course. Okay, I'm just avoiding his face at this point. We can have the little hat, which I have not gotten better at drawing this whole time. And maybe he's wearing big old sunglasses. That's fine. Oh, I hate him. I hate him so much now. What happened? It's crazy how it could just like turn on you like that. Like, he was chill for a while, and now something's wrong here. That's a little better, but I still don't like it very much. His head is too far forward, so like that would need to move backward. But I also just don't like this at all. It's not obvious that he's a turtle either. Like, I think if we're going for turtle, maybe we should have him just chilling. Turtle form. Man, the vest is really going to be annoying in this one. It's going to take up his whole shell. Maybe he's not wearing the vest. Oh, he's so cute. See, there you go. Oh, and you can have his little hat. But he's not really doing anything. He's just being a turtle, which, while it is cute, is not really meeting the video requirements. Ooh, I can tell. I don't know about you, I reach this point when I'm drawing where it's not quite burnt out, but it is kind of like, I don't feel as motivated or as interested in actually doing the effort. Like, I just reach a point where I'm like, ooh, I need a break, a little brain break, and I can feel it. It's been a while since I just sat down to draw with like nothing else on or anything. And so giving it this full focus is definitely a little different. I guess you could hope to get into like the flow state, and I feel that a little bit, but I also feel a little tired, like I need a snack or something. Maybe I'll take a second, go get a snack. All right, I am back, and I was thinking, let's just see if we can draw them like tossing a ball back and forth. We'll just have the ball kind of going, and we'll have a little turtle. And it does mean that it'll have to be kind of upright, but I think we can draw it cuter than we did before. See, I like this vibe already. It's very cute. Oh, that's cute. It looks like Squirtle. Yes. Okay. It's cute. His head's a little too big, but we can just know that for the final. Okay, and then you may be worried, but don't worry. It's just a beach ball. It's not going to flatten him. And we'll have our bear over here. And I'm not positive how to draw bears without making them just look like teddy bears. So let's see if we can do this. Bears are one of those things that I feel like I do draw them enough that I'm pretty, at least again, like the teddy bear shape, which he definitely still looks like a teddy bear, but I feel more confident about drawing them. Give him the claws. Yeah. Oh, I forgot his hat. Oh, no. You can wear the hat. Does mean it'll cover up that cute little hair patch thing, but that's okay. See, the problem with this guy is he might be too humanoid compared to the other ones. 'Cause I think a lot of them I've had them in kind of sort of in an animal stance. But he looks just like a dude. I think if I just add some more obviously animal features, which will require, of course, some reference pictures. So let's see. They have like these humped backs. So they have like a big hump on their shoulders and then another hump on their lower body. I don't know if you can see. Yeah. I don't know exactly how we can involve that, but definitely like a longer snout and just some more animal looking features. So he doesn't look quite so different from the rest of the characters. Draw him here. Give him the hat. Of course. His little ears poke through. That looks better already. Oh yeah, for sure. Maybe if we keep him kind of a... That's better, I think. So we'll give him like the claws as we did before. Sure. I've got getting the little toe beans. That's cute. All right, so there we go. We've got a little bear with our little turtle friend, and they'll be tossing a ball back and forth. Little beach ball. I think that's sweet. It's not like super summer camp to me, but maybe I can, if I remember, I'll put a little like sunscreen across his nose or something, or I don't know, something like that. Maybe some sunglasses. But I like to be able to see where their eyes are going. Oh, that makes me think that one of these characters should definitely be wearing glasses, because that's adorable. Oh, so cute. All right, I think, honestly, that's all we're going to do today. I know there's like all this blank space here. I'll probably fill it with random doodles at some point, but I think that's where we're going to call it today. So we started off with some brainstorming, and then we drew out our first idea, which is our little squirrel and bird friend eating s'mores together around the fire. And then we've got little fish and beaver buddies on the canoe. And we've got a deer and hedgehog making flower crowns. And last but not least, we've got our turtle and bear friend tossing a ball back and forth. You know, they're not talking much. They're just hanging out. They don't mind just chilling. That is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed and had a nice relaxing time. And I'll see you guys next month. Bye.